Hey there, you guys. We're going to be moving on to the next part of this festival before it goes away forever. I'm sorry for the delay in it. I ended up doing some other things, which, I needed to get done. So, good things happened there. And I'm slowly discovering what issues I'm having on technical sides. I don't think it's the game. It might not even be the streaming factor. I think one of my uh OBS setups is just not working properly. Maybe it's going a little into override, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the next part of this. So let's get doing. Let's get to the doing. Oh, also, as you can see, I have gone and collected my stamps, and I got this fun little guy. So fun things, fun things. On to night 2. You're going to navigate to that. So let's get all the way back to Inazuma. I'm sorry, people who want to join, but I am busy. I have a mission. I have a light on, even, but this loading screen is brighter than anything. There's no winning here. It's all bright light. I'm like waiting for my cat to come back. High key. So let's go. Oh. I'm still interested in what this nightmare is going to be about. Very intrigued.
Doesn't look like Miko is around here anywhere. Paimon doesn't see Ayato or Ayaka either.
Yeah, is everyone who worked on a stall here?
Are we too early? Didn't Ayato say he prepared lodging for everyone at the shrine?
He did say that, yeah, lodging was going to be available.
Did you hear? Someone encountered a doppelganger here last night.
Yes, okay, I forgot about that for a moment.
A doppelganger? You mean like a doppelganger of themselves? Or someone they know?
If I remember right, it was someone they know.
You know what they say. Anyone who sees their doppelganger will be replaced by them within 3 days.
Really?
That's just a folktale. It's not real.
Doppelgangers? That's a common folk tale in Inazuma, isn't it? Ever heard of it, Traveler?
I think I know the gist of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty famous one, huh? A friend being replaced by a complete stranger? Also, the timing is a bit too coincidental, don't you think? Could it be related to what we saw last night?
Highly likely.
The whole doppelganger thing sounds kind of like what Sayu was talking about with Bunshin Phantasm. Maybe something went wrong with Kichiboshi's powers?
You think? I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm not too sure.
Well, thinking about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Why don't we go check on Sayu's team?
Okay, so we're gonna go there first. If that was the case, that seems like the better of the two.
Huh? They're not here yet.
Yeah, no, none of them seem to be here. It's concerning.
Well, if it is Sayu we're talking about, it's definitely possible. Oh, someone's coming.
What's up there,
Weird.
bud?
Is he here to work on the equipment? But he doesn't look like any of the workers we saw yesterday. And it doesn't seem like he's here for the games.
What's up?
He snuck away again. Do you think he might be...
Let's go follow him. Yeah, something's off. I don't know what, but something's off. So, we're gonna go and find out.
He's constantly looking back. Paimon's calling it now. Something fishy is going on.
God, I hate sneaking. But yeah, don't jump to conclusions. Let's keep watching. For all we know, he's actually investigating.
Good point.
But
He
you
could
never
be
know.
on his way to meet someone. Let the hunter become the hunted.
Reporting back, ma'am. Nothing suspicious to note at the Bunshin Phantasm booth. It's possible there's no connection to the incident from last night.
Okay, is looking into the events of what happened. I'm trying to make out who could be behind this bush based off the outfit, though. Yeah, so it is Sarah. It didn't look like it through the shadow, but I'm pretty sure this is Sarah. I see. Did you find any other clues?
Sarah?
Yep, and there's Hazo. I love seeing Hazo. What's up, bud? Aw. I can't wait to hear your voice again, buddy. But yeah, good morning, you two.
Hazo! What's going on here?
An investigation that we just stumbled across ourselves. I was wondering who was daring enough to sneak up on one of our detectives. Maybe I should have expected it to be you. I guess that makes us the hunted, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry we, ran in on your case here.
Forgive me, ma'am. I have failed as a detective. I did not realize someone was on my tail.
I mean, you probably should have noticed us. I don't think we were being that, secretive. But also, it's us, so you might have gotten a pass. Considering Traveler's skill, the fault is not with you. There you go, you got lucky.
So, what's going on? What are you investigating? It must be serious if Hazo's involved.
Very true. If you guys are working on the same case, I imagine it's pretty big. Oh, that laugh. Unfortunately, my orders prevent me from sharing that information with you.
Huh? What orders? You really can't tell us anything?
Likely. I imagine, is this coming all the way up from the Shogun? Well, an A in this case, but yeah. If Sarah and Hazo are so hesitant to divulge information, there's only one person who could be responsible. Yeah, those orders come from the Shogun, don't they? It's obvious, Sarah. Who else would you be, like, quick to keep tight-lipped about?
An astute observation, traveler. Tell him the truth.
You're just here, of course. Yeah, she was the one who snapped us out of whatever was happening last time.
What? The Shogun is here?
No, I believe this is A. Yeah, I was right too about that. I was like, I think that's A.
You recognized me with a single glance?
It's the way you speak, like, genuinely. We still haven't completed the investigation.
It matters not. I am certain the person standing before us is our friend, the traveler.
Oh, thinking we might... Yeah, it's smart to keep information low because you don't know about the case, yeah.
His gaze, his presence, his mastery of several types of elemental energy. There is no mistake. And we need his help.
Yep, we got this. Or at least we'll definitely try our best. Understood. An investigation team was sent to survey a piece of land. Yesterday, the Tenryo Commission received a report that the team was found unconscious in the field. Not only that, but the group appeared to have become trapped in an endless nightmare, unable to wake up.
No, please! Stay away!
We detected intermittent traces of yokai power where they were found. We followed the traces and ended up here, just outside the festival grounds.
What?
Should we call off the festival? I don't know. That might cause uproar of sorts. Like, maybe not panic, but actually no. Like, they're worried about the doppelganger situation, so no, that would cause panic if we did that. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. You've heard the rumors about the doppelgangers, yes? I was right. I can speak, by the way, guys. I promise. We suspect the culprit has the ability to change form, allowing them to spread misinformation at will. They may have already infiltrated the festival grounds. If we call off the festival, we may give them a chance to escape amid the chaos. Even the slightest movement could alert them. Locking down the festival grounds could provoke them to attack, which would endanger the public.
You're right. That's a big risk.
Yeah, none of us want that one.
The purpose of this festival is to bring humans and yokai together. We cannot allow the culprit to endanger anyone.
But what if they attack again? Very valid concern. Last night we dispatched a group of soldiers to the festival grounds. They'll remain undercover to keep an eye on things. We also blocked off several nearby roads under the pretext of construction so we can keep civilians away as much as possible. Even the almighty Shogun has taken it upon herself to patrol the area all night.
Fortunately, no one else has been harmed.
Thank you.
Ah, so the thunder we heard
Yep.
was you!
She definitely snapped us out of it. I apologize for our failings, Shogun. You should not have had to intervene.
On the contrary, it was my decision. I was unable to capture the culprit last night, so I left to discuss a plan with Miko. I did not show myself once I saw you were safe, and for that, I apologize.
It's okay. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and in the moment, you might not have thought everything through.
Speaking of Miko, where is she?
She is investigating the trace of yokai power found at the scene. Though it fades in and out, it never strays from Mount Yogo.
Okay. Which means, if the culprit infiltrated the festival grounds, they must still be nearby. The only people close to the grounds last night were the staff and the contestants staying at the shrine.
Miko is working with the Kamisato siblings to verify the identities of the staff members. They should be done soon. As for the contestants, that inquiry must be performed by someone else.
Is that why you need my help?
The Tenryo Commission is too conspicuous. But as the judge of the competition, you can ask questions without arousing suspicion.
Are there gonna be imposters in the group?
Okay, so you need us to talk to the teams and see if there's an
Imposter.
among us?
Yes, imposter among us. There we go.
Precisely. Traveler, I understand these people are your friends, and it puts you in a difficult position.
But we should also be able to know them best.
But if one of them has indeed been displaced by a yokai, they
Mhm.
could be in grave danger.
I understand. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I truly hope the situation is not as grave as it seems.
What are you guys gonna do next? Continue to investigate from a distance?
Well, there's only so much we can learn that way, so I think we need to find a way to slip into the grounds. It's better for us to be at the scene if something goes wrong. I fear the Shogun is far too revered as a figure to be there. If she arrives at the grounds, it will certainly cause a stir.
Worry not. Miko and I discussed that issue. She claims to have a plan. The preparations
That's
are underway
interesting.
as we speak.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
One of her genius plans, huh?
Yeah, somehow scheme seems more accurate.
Indeed. If you learn any details of said plan, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into.
I'll try to give you a heads up, but odds are is we're not gonna find out till you do. As though beholding illusions. Okay. Blinding light. Okay. Go to Sayu and investigate. So we're pretty confident that it has to be something about that idea.
Okay, so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but we can't arouse suspicion. Oh, looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear.
Okay, we're gonna instantly cause chaos. I'm joking.
So tired. I don't feel rested at all. How come you two have so much energy? Didn't you stay up even later than me?
Oh, so Yoimiya was there later. That might be something interesting to take note of.
Weak.
Now that's just rude. I'm tired too. I take offense. Kichiboshi, that's not a nice thing to say to a friend. Sayu's probably just tired because she came up with all the ideas yesterday. Need a break, Sayu? I can start thinking about the ending stages in the meantime. It's been forever since we've done something fun together. You need to have enough energy to enjoy it.
Oh, it's okay. I can push through.
I hate that they're making me question everything that's being said, because right now I'm like, Sayu, you were given a chance to nap? And you said no? Like, she could genuinely be invested in this game right now. Because, you know, she got invested in, like, the yokai arts there. But Now I'm just suspicious of everybody.
Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi, too. How should we test them?
Let's ask about the past.
Oh, good idea! Doppelgangers only mimic appearances. They wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try.
Here goes nothing.
White fur, yellow fur!
Hey, little buddy. Whoa, you guys are here bright and early.
Yeah, well, the Traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off, right?
Very true. We need to be up bright and early and supervise everything we can. Still, you don't need to make anything, so what's the rush?
Yeah. If the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency.
No, it's just us. Trust me. Like, we're everywhere almost at any time.
Oh, no, it's just... The Traveler really wanted to see you.
I mean, this is kind of true, but damn, Paimon, your tone. Yeah, seriously, Paimon. Oh, why?
Well, it's... your game! Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories.
Paimon, you need to work on your acting. Also, it's interesting. I don't know. I know we're working under the thought that, you know, if we're here early, that could only mean an emergency happened. But I feel like us being like, hey, we just want to talk. Like, of the people here, Yoimiya would be like, oh, you guys want to talk? Yeah, let's hang out.
So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times. You know, because you might be busy later and stuff.
Yeah. What kind of an excuse is that? They're busy now.
White fur acting super strange.
Yeah, Paimon, what the heck? Time to change the topic. Oh, I was just thinking about the Aranara. Oh, I was just reminded of a certain ambush order. Oh, I was just reminded of some pilgrimage training. I want to talk the Aranara. This is hyper-specific towards Yoimiya. Wait, what'd she remember? I want her to remember. I want to say this clears Yoimiya, but maybe we need to go more in depth, but I'm glad she remembers the Aranara. That was a great story quest. Wouldn't come together. Yeah, unfortunate, but maybe next time, you know, a new game can come up from it.
Marinara? Yum!
Not the same thing, little buddy. It's not a food. The Aranara are like, small yokai from Sumeru. They're super friendly and cute and can give you good dreams. Actually, that describes you too, Kichiboshi. If you ever go to to Sumeru, I'm sure you'll be considered a good Nara.
Good banana?
Nara, but I mean, good try.
Sumeru, huh? The dreams there are supposed to be special. Did you witness a dream or something? Maybe it could give us some inspiration, and we wouldn't have to think so much.
Sounds about right. Sorry, that dream is a little hard to describe, don't you think, Traveler? Yeah. Sometimes when there are too many feelings in a dream, it's really hard to use as reference material. There was a lot going on. It was very emotional too. So.
All right. I was just wondering what kind of dream it was, that's all.
I guess it was a kind where a lot of things happened. Anyway, it's a long story. How about we wait until after the competition? Traveler and I could tell it together. Sounds good. Where did the time go? We have so many levels to design today.
Oh, we should get out of your hair then.
Fur.
Good luck, everyone. Bye, White Fur. Bye, Yellow Fur. Come back and play.
Okay, so I think we cleared them. They sounded good there.
Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our journey?
Oh yeah, totally. It was, what was it again?
I figured.
Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff.
Whose fault is that?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next.
Could one of the yokai kids have been replaced? It's really interesting trying to look into, you know, our group of friends as people who might be the imposters.
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time?
Ah, looks like our judges are hard at work this morning.
Feel a soft bee?
Yeah, feel a soft bee.
Oh, Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
Okay, this time Toma was the one who stayed late.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best!
I don't deserve that much praise, but when it comes to the talking part, I guess I'm the best person to answer your questions.
Time for an interview.
I thought you were gonna pull out. Oh my god. I was mid-sentence going to say I thought she was gonna pull out her fucking glasses. Help.
Into you?
What are you hearing, Shosei? Ask away, judges. What do you think is the most interesting aspect of your game? I'd have to say working with others to overcome challenges.
Hold on! You can't just ask a simple question, Traveler. Watch and learn. Ahem. We'd love to learn more about your design approach and strategic vision. What will be the project's main draw, and how will it deliver emotional value to your players?
That's basically the same question, just a lot more words. Sounds like you took that question straight from one of those business experts in Rito. In that case, let me say this. This product will be a fast-paced, easy-to-digest release that capitalizes on the enduring popularity of a traditional genre while addressing its common pain points. By reviewing our strengths and the needs of our players, we were able to synchronize them across production levels and provide a refined experience that is more receptive to our users and more enjoyable overall. Paimon, you really asked a loaded question.
Impressive! And
Yeah.
completely over Paimon's head.
You wanted details, you got details, Paimon. You set yourself up for that one.
A nice one, boss!
I kind of confused myself, honestly. I'm used to hearing that kind of talk in Rito, so I guess I picked up a few things.
Fixer is a tough nut to crack, huh? Shoot! Paimon can't pick apart an answer she doesn't understand. Over to you, Traveler.
So, there you have it. I hope that answered your questions, judges.
Whoa, not a single stumper.
Impressive. Well, I'm sure the interview is only one part of the evaluation process. We'll see what you think when you play the game yourself. That reminds me, I should probably get back to work on this stage. Want to give it a try when we're done? It would be my pleasure. In that case, let's get to it.
Yes, Boss Toma.
Well, Toma's answers were all very genuine. Paimon didn't notice anything
Untoma-like.
untoma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night. If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right? Guess we should check them out.
I don't know. I'm starting to like overthink things and like changing up guesses in my mind. But those two aren't here.
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early. You're here alone?
Yeah.
Huh. Where are Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Behind me?
Soul Lady?
Wait.
Oh,
Oh, yes,
as
Soul
in
of the
Soul
Deep.
of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us?
Yep, there she is. Ever so menacing. Okay. You have questions for me, I presume? That we do. Oh, she was drinking water. I was like, why is Art jumping from there?
Kokomi! A little warning next
I
time.
know, where'd you come from? Sounds like you were, already know why we're here. Yes, I heard about the doppelganger incident. When I saw you around the venue just now, it wasn't hard to connect the dots. As for what you want to know... Energy?
Energy? Oh! The numbers you write in your diary.
In a tree? Dryberry?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, she does not want anyone else to know about that. It's a little bit embarrassing to her, you know. I don't think it's embarrassing, but... So, we can leave it there, right? You don't need to ask any more questions, I would imagine. Yeah, no, we're all good. We're not supposed to know that. He was in the shrine all night. I can't imagine he's the criminal you're searching for.
Kyobo Koban is a criminal?
No. You're an innocent being, okay?
No, of course not. You're in the clear.
In the clear. Is good?
Very good.
Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
She left after receiving a message in the middle of the night. Looking back on it, perhaps it's related to your own investigation. Oh, as she left, I heard her whisper under her breath, ordering me around in the middle of the night. Who does she think she is? Oh, Miko. She probably needed an expert on nightmares to help formulate a strategy. Well, I guess that also confirms Mizuki's identity.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Actually, we were, currently questioning the whereabouts of Mizuki, but I mean... Maybe someone is thinking of you, Miko.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki.
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
Did you finish up your work?
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to
Oh,
note.
she's so tired.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in. That's a relief.
I don't know. There's still a lot to think about here.
Just like that, you let down your
Yeah.
guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
Of course, it was fucking Miko. I'm sorry. I'm too tired for twists.
The culprit? It's you!
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah. If you keep... I agree. Yeah, no, I'm too tired for the bullshit. But yeah, no, this is so Miko. If you keep joking like this, I want 30% of the profit.
Oh? Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20.
Making a joke like that. You're the only one in Inazuma who would do that.
Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
We've seen things, okay, Miko?
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
That sounds bad.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
Or a vacation.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
So, what did you do last night?
Investigated the shogunate officials' nightmares, analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and
Yeah,
worked on some new
stayed
game
on track
stages,
here.
of course.
Didn't get too off topic there.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Yeah, I can see that. Even so, I think you should take a break, Miss Mizuki. Yobu Koban and I can handle the game development in the meantime. I learned a lot yesterday. I'm sure I can handle a few design elements while you get some rest. We can't have our lead developer out of commission. I'm not confident I can bring our vision to fruition on my own.
You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, you need rest. I imagine things are going to get a lot more crazy.
Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand.
Oh, so that's the tofu aspect.
It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
Sounds like you haven't forgotten either. Do I want to comment that? I'm commenting it. You know what? We already made her question things.
You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut, little one.
Yeah, I know, but I do that normally. I'm tired.
Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
Like, clearly there's a lot going on in her head, too, about all of this.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right? That should mean the culprit didn't sneak in.
Not, like, there's still a possibility, but there could be more to it, Paimon.
That's one possibility.
Yeah.
The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined. In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt, make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance.
So, how do you plan to provoke them?
Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you.
Oh, gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival,
Oh,
it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival.
Oh. In what way? What is A doing to to participate?
Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
Oh, the little pyrotechnics here. It's the Shogun. The Almighty Shogun is here in person.
So this was your plan, Miko?
Yep. I'm so sorry, A, but it has to be done.
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Paimon can't believe she agreed to that.
She didn't know everything. She even expressed to us that she didn't know, but we have to do what we have to do. The Almighty Shogun's presence is bound to cause a stir. Instead of struggling to maintain a low profile, it's better for her to step into the open. And it means a detective can slip into the venue alongside the retinue, without turning any heads at all. In the presence of the Shogun, not even the most cunning of criminals can let down their guard. Their every move needs to be faultless. The more you focus on one thing, right, the easier it is for the rest to become cracks in the glass. That's what Miko wants us to take advantage of. And she's using the Almighty Shogun as bait. That Lady Guji is as daring as ever.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions!
Well, I mean, it's not really a waste. We got our own feel for the situation. Like, obviously, it's maybe not like the complete depth that we need, but it's something. Your intel was very useful, actually. We don't know how things will unfold, but I have a feeling the truth will be revealed soon. In the meantime, stick with the Shogun, Traveler. We need everyone focused on her. I'll do my best. Alright. Under my command, the Tenryou Commission will remain on high alert. If anything goes wrong, report back to me at once. Oh my god, yeah. Just like yesterday, yep. But this time, we're chilling with the Shogun. Oh my god, we're just like children running around. This is crazy. But it didn't take long for the festive atmosphere to return. Oh my god. A day will come when A can leave Tenshukaku, and it won't be so out of the ordinary. Yeah, that's adorable. I was trying to take a picture.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time...
Paimon, we spent the day with A. What do you mean?
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
Ah, you must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
Okay.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryou Commission.
What do you have to say about this one?
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems...
Is he gonna run off? Or... I'm just suspicious. Maybe it is his first day, so things aren't as good as they should be, and he has Shogun in his face, and he doesn't want the Shogun to have that. But...
Working? Ah. I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Well, of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of dango milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
No, I just wanted 2.
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere.
The festival is for everybody, including you.
Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games. Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Yep, look who we've been hanging out with.
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumeku Ippaku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something. Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes!
Of course Paimon's all for it. She's like, yep. You want us to go to the hot springs? Now?
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all, so I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Aw, that's too bad.
Yeah, you don't want to take up the offer? Okay. Either we're totally okay with letting her stay here by herself, or we're guilt tripping her, possibly, into going. I don't want to leave her out of it.
Ah, I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Okay, so our visit's mandatory.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Okay.
Almighty Shogun, your dango milk is ready.
Oh, delicious.
Me going to reject it? No. You're specifically needed. Let's go.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll only be a minute.
Okay, yeah, this is very important. Got it. Yeah, something that even Paimon
Alright,
shouldn't be here
now
for.
we can
but
talk
okay.
freely.
You needed to talk to me in private? Why?
I think something's off with the
Mhm.
Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything?
She seems troubled, like something's very much so on her mind.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You noticed too.
That's why when she said she wanted to stay by herself, I was not down for that. Something did seem off with A today. Maybe she's not used to leaving Tenshukaku? Or was it the reaction of the crowd? Now we've been through so much. Something so trivial wouldn't shake her. She must be keeping something to herself.
I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that
Mhm.
only exacerbates the problem.
It's very timely to be having a therapy like conversation.
Until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun.
Ether. We've met a few of the Archons, right? All of them have a lot of emotional strain in their own ways. So yeah, they're not immune.
Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
I understand.
Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
Yeah, no, she came in, she did her job. She's noticed these signs and she wants to help out. But like in her experience, we're the ones close to A. You know, we're someone that she seems to at least somewhat trust, right? So it would be good for us to go in and not like try to call attention to it or force it out of her, but like maybe try to be there for her so she can feel comfortable enough, or like, you know, how do we not know this? I'm sorry. I'm thinking about this and that question about Archons. Yes, we can go down this whole like argument between if Farida was the Archon because of Focalor and all of this. She was, okay? She was the human part of Focalor, so she technically was, okay? Let's just say technically. We saw what she was like. She was able to push down her own suffering and wanting to have someone out there to support her, to be there for her, because she still was like, no, I can't. That makes me selfish. Which it doesn't. I'm about to get so upset.
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them
Yes.
more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help.
Yeah. It's better for us to be getting useful advice here while also just being there for our friend.
Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Oh, we're not going to hear the whole plan?
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Come on, Paimon, you're supposed to save that for me.
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Okay, well, yeah, we're going to bring A over there on our own.
Huh? You're not coming?
I'll explain later. Just have fun.
Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
This is going to be so weird. We're not going to have Paimon with us. This is odd already.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Something tells me you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that?
You want everyone to relax.
If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions.
But aren't you under pressure too?
As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate
It's not
for
about
another
your
100
body.
years with no issue.
Yeah, you didn't deny it. It's not about the body.
Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally, that person should be me.
What if you didn't have to worry about bothering anyone? Would you agree to go to the hot springs then?
What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
I'll take that as a yes. I have a pair of special coupons here. We can get into the bathhouse after closing.
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
I agree, but also it's an honest offer.
You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh my... I read that second one in Miko's voice. I'm sorry. It was so distinctly Miko speaking when I was reading You'll Go, Won't You? It's... Sorry, that I was not expecting that. Anyways, come on, let's go.
Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
I did not need that jump scare. Okay, so, in the meantime, was anyone else still here? When we were talking with, Mizuki, Heizo was still here. I was curious if I could run into him. I don't think so, but Toma's here. No one else. Everyone else went to chill. Makes sense, given where they went. But, let's... You didn't either? Oh, well, a whole crowd of people have left already. I'll go a bit later when, with Shosei and a few others. Besides, we're a bit behind with our game. We need to catch up. But your team is the biggest. I guess it's my fault for going overboard with the ideas. Kozo and the others can barely keep up. Sometimes delegating work is harder than doing it yourself. I wonder if this is how he feels, being the head of the clan. Well, don't work too hard. Of course, right back at you. Okay, so 21. Yeah, I was gonna say we're probably getting close to that time in game. There we go.
I've read almost every novel.
Oh my god, see,
shall
all
we
the,
head
you can
out?
only see where you are right now. Let's go.
All right. No reason to delay.
No reason to delay at all. A full-on cinematic view of this.
Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring.
My brain just shut down. I saw like the image of the whole group being here. I have not seen this. I didn't realize it being 5 a.m. would lead to me being just so dumbfounded. But okay. Is it your first time here?
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku. But the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma.
Yeah.
And that was 500 years ago.
We know how that turned out.
When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And naturally, the body of the shogun has no need for such luxuries.
Hiragi Hiroshi.
The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
Does it have anything to do with what's happening right now?
What makes you say that?
Ooh, that was a shift. The look on your face. The music.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumeku Ibaku could do nothing to wake them.
As awful as that sounds, it doesn't seem bad enough to make you this upset.
Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war.
That is
and
awful.
every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. And every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
If I hadn't broken out of the nightmare yesterday, would that have happened to me? Then A must be so worried because... Did that happen to someone back then?
Yes.
What happened?
I unleashed
It was one of her
Muso no
friends.
Hitotachi and struck her down.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think back to her trailer. Gosh, that was so long ago.
No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again.
That doesn't mean the mental toll isn't there.
Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
I really wish we didn't have people listening in.
Oh.
Oh, it's you two.
Before you say anything, This part wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't imagine you would plan to have someone sneak in and listen in. That's not really something you should do. Just saying, Miko, it's a little fucked up.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag,
May as well join in.
how about a hot spring tea party?
Hey!
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Ah, nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
All look, okay. Mizuki, like, are you like watching us? But I was gonna say, me and A over here are kind of just like, Nico, what the fuck? That's the look they're giving. But okay.
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
A lot of this was from Mizuki.
I guess
Yeah.
both of us?
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of it's Mizuki, but technically Miko is added to it.
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old
Okay,
friend to open
yeah.
up. In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
I understand the reasoning, but why not do it yourself?
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Not at all. Good point. Did she just change her facial reaction because of that? I'm sorry, I was not paying enough attention to Miko to notice a difference. But I don't know, maybe.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation.
But I mean, it's good to always bring up options. So I feel like it was still a little bit deeper than that, eh?
If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It
Yeah.
appears you still don't understand why I wanted
Yeah,
you
it's
to
not
open
quite
up
about
in the first
intel.
place.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out.
Okay, conversation interrupted for now, but yeah, no, we wanted to know because, we care about you and don't want you to keep all those emotions pent up. But anyway, someone's in danger.
Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
Fuck, that's really bad.
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
Oh, yikes, she's awake?
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun,
It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I almost fainted again just now.
Is that what happened earlier? You fainted?
Yes. I was on my way to Uyu restaurant. And as I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree. It was hard to make a good appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried
Same
to
outfit,
get
it's a
closer look
doppelganger.
in the
Yeah.
moonlight. And it was me.
Oh god, oh, no, that would be awful. No, like I would be fucking out of there instantly. No way.
In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
A doppelganger in Inazuma City. But we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too. Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
Don't worry about that. The strongest yokai in Inazuma are all right here.
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
Okay.
The situation is getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing.
But it's
But
even in the
appearing on a
city.
random street in Inazuma City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Yeah, a little shaken, obviously, but mostly okay.
Bad news, Shogun!
Oh, yikes.
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the
Kappa?
festival! Kappa is trapped in a nightmare!
Excuse me, what?
What?
Yeah, no, what?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Yeah, no, how?
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Who? You. No. Excuse me, what? No.
Kappa! Kappa! Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
Shogun, the fault is mine. The Tenryo Commission failed to protect those under our charge.
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
No, we have failed you. There's no trace of the enemy.
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground. Oh, it must be some terrible yokai.
Other than the Bakedanu key transformation, there are no traces of yokai power at the scene. It's almost like the culprit's methods are getting more sophisticated. Doppelganger in Inazuma City also seemed to appear without warning. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah. Come on, Heizo.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
That's interesting.
The yokai! It must be getting stronger! Kappa, oh, please don't die.
Sara, we're currently dealing with a lot of unknowns. You know, you can't completely blame yourself for this. We don't know how they're working.
No.
Yeah.
It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers.
Hey, it's not all your fault. We can't just cancel this festival. Like, if I'm remembering the last, festival right here, Ayato also didn't cancel it despite there being some issues and, like, possible menacing factors, because that in itself would cause, uproar. People are already freaking out, and for us to suddenly cancel this, supposed to be high-end, high-standing festival, it will only cause more concerns, more worry about the severity and legitimacy of everything going on.
Sara, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
All normal. I asked the Yashiro Commission to move them to a secure location just to be safe.
Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare
It's
that the
not
Mikawa Flower
canceled.
Festival is...
Not canceled.
Wait.
Thank you, Miko.
What is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand.
They could be wanting this even.
Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Yeah, some more behind it.
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
He did start thinking things through here. You flatter me, Lady Guji. I do have a few ideas. Up to this point, we've only detected traces of the nightmare creature around Mount Yogo, and now a doppelganger appears in Inazuma City. Our original thought was the culprit infiltrated the venue to evade capture. If so, there would be no reason for them to risk exposure by continuing to change form. Rather than concluding that the nightmare creature, on top of everything, now has the ability to disappear without a trace, I think there's a different possibility. I'm like so torn between both. You know what? It's okay. It's okay to get some things wrong here. I almost want to say psychological phenomenon. Almost. There's obviously a lot more to it than just that, though. I almost think they're different. Interpret. The people who saw doppelgangers were mistaken, and the nightmare I saw wasn't real. No. Yeah, so it has to... That's right. The entities appeared at the same time and place. That's why the Tenryo Commission conflated the two at first. But if we ignore the nightmare creature and look at the doppelganger incident in isolation, the culprit's motive is clear. The doppelganger incident didn't actually hurt anyone, but the folktale about doppelgangers did cause people to panic. That must be the culprit's goal. That's right. Because of the folktale about doppelgangers, the culprit was able to incite panic without attacking anyone at all. But after the Tenryo Commission secured the venue, the culprit appeared in Inazuma City so that the panic would spread. But what is the end goal? Panic doesn't seem like enough of a motive. You're right. Panic is a means to an end. But I think the shift to Inazuma City proves something. Whatever their goal, terrorizing one location wasn't enough. And since Inazuma City is their new target, the person they're impersonating at the festival should be absent. Unless the culprit found a way to cover their tracks and incite more panic by leaving behind a stand-in.
Kappa is
Made of wood.
made of wood?
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City. Is that correct?
Not just that, replacing one person wasn't enough. If multiple people are replaced at once, they can cover for each other. We didn't get to see each other much during the test of courage.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
This kind of transformation is said to have a particular weakness. If the subject is frightened, the disguise starts to crumble. Isn't that right, Yoko and Hitosume Kozu? Or Kozo?
It's a Bakedanaki
Yep.
tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku!
Yep, there, yep.
Tetsunosuke?
They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves? That's not the Tanuki way!
I mean, at least you have camaraderie, I guess, but what's your plan here?
No fighting! Let's go!
What's the end goal of that? Oh, shoot.
Bakedanaki! Those little
Are we going back to
Come on,
Yoroi?
let's go after them!
Oh my gosh. Fuck you.
Paimon's had enough of these
We
things.
fly.
What even are they? More Bake Danuki tricks?
We fly. Oh, I don't have stamina. Fuck. It's okay. We got this.
Nothing's working. The humans are catching up.
Little rascals! Stop running!
You wish.
Gotta keep
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us!
Oh?
You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm a bonfire.
I'm on bonfire.
Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires!
Hear
Oh.
that, Traveler? Bonfires!
Oh my
3
god.
of them! We'll show them, stupid.
Where could they be? Oh no. Surely not these leaf-colored.
Ouch! Transform!
They're gone again! No, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or brick?
Oh, who could you be? See, Lolly. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Kichiro, protect us!
We got you.
Save us, Tsukumo!
Did she just ascend? I don't know what I was seeing.
We're almost rid of them.
Oh, no you don't.
Ah! A Tengu!
Tengu was flying. Tengu is a cheater.
You're disguising yourself and throwing a bunch of shit at us. How is that any different? I will spare your life, Sara. It's not that serious.
Tengu, why are you helping the humans? Tengu is a yokai!
My loyalty is to Shogun. Humans and yokai are no different in my eyes.
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans!
Shogun sent people to steal our land. Shogun is bad.
Nonsense. The Shogun would never give such an order.
Calm yourself, Sara. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the Mikawa Flower Festival. Shogun is making yokai serve the humans.
So a misunderstanding, maybe? I don't know about the land bit, but at least for sure. So making yokai serve humans. They don't see them working together as, like, being equals. They're thinking it's purely one-sided here.
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is
That's
he?
what I think he is talking about.
Shogun even forced Great Baku Yokai to work all night.
No, yeah, this is a misunderstanding of great proportions.
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
Yeah, I think there's some misunderstandings. Kichiboshi and the others weren't forced into anything.
Stay back!
Humans want to enslave us again.
Okay, past history is leading to this.
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong.
Yeah, nightmare. I was gonna say
They're
that.
trapped in a
Is
nightmare.
it a nightmare?
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement. These might sound like ridiculous
But it's their reality
misunderstandings
right
to
now.
us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do
We gotta be
wake
careful
them
about
up?
that, Paimon. I mean, you don't know that info, but we can't be hasty about this.
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst. Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path. Kinkaku will die before serving you.
What's our thought process here? I may have a solution.
Truly?
If the nightmare came from the abyss, there's... Oh! Yeah! Wait, so 500 years ago, wasn't it a big thing with the abyss? And we can help with that. At least we've tested a portion of that out in Natlin. So maybe...
What are you doing? No, don't!
Does it work?
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Yoroi was still around,
Oh,
he
they
would
don't even know
remember.
he's still here.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Oh, and this is where the stealing land is coming from.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the
It's
surrounding
because,
area.
yeah, we were checking
by
everything.
order of the Shogun.
Yeah, we're not even, like, taking the land, really. It was us checking.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all
Oh.
yokai that cross our path.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Yeah, not happening at all, but what their nightmare is seeing.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
The festival for humans, and humans alone.
God damn it.
The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
God.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die.
No! How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us.
And that's how the nightmare came to... Yep! Nightmare came to be.
What? What is that?
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here!
And that's how it... Yeah.
Hold on! We're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
And this is how they know about it.
This yokai can speak.
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset.
And this is where they continue to think that the festival itself had them working.
Boss Tama will eat us.
It's a nightmare. It's not going to fucking make sense, but man.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
They're clearly, like, something just happened to them, and because of their heightened fear and desperation, they're just willing to follow the nightmare into this. Like, it seems like, so they said, like, 500 years, they're probably affected from back then. Like, these memories, they belong to the Bake Danuki?
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
I'm fine.
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Yep, just my way of dealing with the abyss.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai!
The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
Have a festival, throw a party. Looks like they're confused. They still seem wary of humans. That might have something to do with a long time in hiding. You describe the memories to the group.
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and Boss Toma that. That was the only thing they could imitate.
I was thinking initially when we were talking to that group in particular, I was like, they don't seem as like enthusiastic, like wholehearted Boss Toma.
Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. Paimon can't believe we missed something so suspicious.
You're like Heizo. If his skills only worked in hindsight, holy fuck, that's a burn.
Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
Okay, Paimon, give it a moment to sink in and you'll catch on to what we just said to you. Yeah, more or less. I mean, let's be nice. Yeah, Paimon.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bakedanuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will handle the meeting with Ioroi myself.
Yes, Shogun. Okay, let's go have a meeting.
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep?
He sounds like Grandpa Almond. I'm sorry, wait. He just reminded me of Grandpa Almond. Are they the same voice, or are they just really similar?
Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
Swear.
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
I've never seen Ioroi, so afraid.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a nakuweed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two.
Oh, yeah, no, that would scare anybody.
Style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
Paimon, you know if you were almost cut in half, you would be a suck up too.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Ioroi! The humans really did kill you!
No, he's still here, just a statue.
Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The kitsune spoke the truth?
This smell is Ioroi! Ioroi is alive?
Ioroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke! You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
Yeah, no, he screams evil.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bakedanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground!
Damn, we couldn't search a hole. Crazy.
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with
Oh.
yokai power. It was the will of the great Bakedanuki Kiichiro made manifest.
No, it's a cursed nightmare artifact.
It restored our power, and then we made the human go, ching-chung, yeah,
Oh, and by Ting Tune, yeah, you mean?
We tricked him and ran.
Sounds about right.
So, You didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power.
That's what I'm thinking.
Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Bake Danuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bake Danuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
Yep, but unfortunately things were tainted for you then.
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellowfur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
We did, forever ago, but we did it.
Besides, the Bake Danuki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Paimon, that is an important detail, but
Ioroi
Yeah.
is a thief? Ioroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
That's what he does.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a nightmare.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It is a fucked up 500-year nightmare.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
I mean, that's a good incentive and thought process if it wasn't for, like, the anxiety, but I mean, yeah.
Huh? We won? Go us!
We're better than Aurora.
Better than Ioroi!
Oh my god.
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bake Danuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
I feel like I've heard a legend about that.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty Shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the Shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again.
Oh, it is connected. It is connected indeed.
A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tiger Bite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name.
You know.
Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality.
When nightmare doesn't incapacitate someone with sufficient strength, it turns into something even worse.
The nightmare twisted every joy in her life. her subordinates, family, and friends into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chiyo's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure, an earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
So why hasn't it appeared since?
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chiyo set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
I fucking hate this. We never get a true moment. Like, people, I understand their thoughts on the Shogun, like A's first story quest. You know, it is a little bit off-putting going from the war happening in Inazuma to that. But, like, whenever I think back on it, I'm like, that's the one time we get to see A kind of, like, go around do normal things without, like, this super big heavy weight on her shoulders. Like, ever since, it's been a lot of heavy stuff going on for her. Like, going through her emotional wounds and trauma during those 500 years. And then having herself secluded, locked away to meditate and all of that.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated. And an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
What are your thoughts on that, Miko? Even so, having to unleash the Muso Ishin against her again, would A really be okay? I don't think so. And even if she could, I don't see her coming out of that okay. Mizuki said Archons suffer from the same turmoil as the rest of us. The dead may be gone, but that doesn't mean our emotions die with them.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bakedanuki
Yeah, I'm sure
friends.
that's what it is. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bakedanuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of
I
our
see where
poor
this is
friends
going,
along
yeah.
with it.
That's her way of trying to stop us, stop A from going the drastic method without thinking of other possibilities.
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary, oh, no, a 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
I mean, it's always a possible theory. We don't know anything about the nightmares truly, so who's to say?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their
Okay,
extensive
looking
travels.
towards us for confirmation.
Well, Oh!
That side eye.
Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
I've definitely seen things happen before.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then
Get
the
rid of the
most
nightmare
logical
itself.
option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right!
So would I be able to help out?
Eat the nightmare,
I don't know if she would be able to do that. It's possible, but would we be able to also slightly help, and then maybe that would be how Mizuki can take over?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
That's why I'm curious if we can come in and help out.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares
with dreams.
With dreams.
Is that even possible?
We gotta give it a try.
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere.
You're right there, buddy.
Maybe they're hiding as trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The kitsune is clearly referring to the Bake Tanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the Bakedanuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
I can imagine that.
Oh,
Not gonna say anything?
She just usually doesn't compliment me to my face.
It's
But
serious
Miko's
times
right.
right now.
If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
I'm curious what you mean by that.
So, if we want to lure it out...
We need a source of joy. Then the obvious target would be...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plane of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
Of course.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
I am glad we told you to take a nap.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to
Okay,
finish
come
Little
on.
Fox's daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist,
You were my
nightmare all along.
It's not a surprising twist. We all know Miko's a lot of people's nightmare. Okay, not everybody's. Mine, certainly, but maybe not everybody's. Oh god, this part's still going. I'm not upset. Like, I'm enjoying it. This is very interesting. It's just...
Great yokai
I'm needing
really
the nap.
wasn't forced to work all night?
Nope. Well, not entirely, no.
That's right. It was my choice.
Why does great yokai have to work?
I suppose it's just the price of becoming a great yokai.
Great power means great responsibility.
Great yokai? Gingaku is sad for you.
Damn, that's messed up. Why do you have to say it like that? Well, let's talk to Miko, actually. I think she's talking to Ioroi right now, but...
Well, Ioroi, as I see it, you've been punished long enough.
Oh.
It's about time you were released.
Are you serious about that?
Released? I can do that myself anytime I want. This statue keeps me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Don't interfere.
Okay, so you want to stay this way?
Ioroi is the best!
I mean, everyone seems to love you.
Besides, the seal's power is almost gone. What I really want is for you to help me give that sneaky kitsune a piece of my mind.
Yeah, you might end up a statue much longer than you want, bud.
Ioroi, she's already...
Not so fast. I won't be fooled by your tricks again. Whatever you were about to say, she can tell me herself, instead of sending some young kitsune to hoodwink me.
She might actually be gone, though. That might be the truth, buddy. I'm sorry, but time has passed since then. A lot's gone on since then.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me. I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come.
Get some rest, eh?
One more thing. Thank you.
It's gonna be quite the event coming up. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna call it here, guys. Don't worry, I will force myself to, if I have to, first thing in the morning, get up to finish this. We're not gonna let the last part fall through. I imagine I could always find people who've played it and watch them play it, but I want to play it here with you guys. Why not?
Ad Astra.
And I have a feeling it's possibly going to be an
today's...
emotional little bit. So we'll just
Ad
have to
Astra.
see how everything works out in the end. But no, I'm really enjoying the festival. You know, there's so much to it that I wasn't expecting. Like, I never know what's gonna happen when I go into these. But when it comes to Inazuma so far, I've always really, really enjoyed the festivals. If it's an Arataki Ito festival, it's usually super high energy, fun. He's brought in musical things, which I've loved. I love the musical events. And then so far with the other events, it's been very deep, like lore going into stories and tales of time. Starting with when Ayato was brought into the game, to the test of courage, all of that. And so I'm really enjoying these, and I can't wait to get into night 3, which is the final night, where The truth behind the doppelgangers and the nightmares has been revealed. The actions of the past send ripples through fate, and the events of today blur the line between dreams and realities. So, yeah. Again, we will be getting to that. I hope the best, because it's not easy going through these things, and to hear that what the nightmare that's coming back today is in fact a part of, the person she once knew, even if it's literally just a remnant, like not actually her, it can't be easy. I truly do feel kind of a certain way about that. I'm gonna start crying because of my own emotions. I'm a baby. So something even slightly emotional is kind of gonna trigger me. Uh, it's gonna be how it is for a while, but yeah. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by and watching. What are your thoughts on the festival as it is of right now? No spoilers for what happens next, but are you excited for it? What did you think of it? And I should hopefully be getting it to you sometime very soon. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll be signing off and see you all on the flip side. Bye bye.